The questions to my answers have been elaborately written. However, I have some concerns to express, as well as some suggestions to be made, and also some supplementary questions. Before I come to my presentation, Speaker Sir, I wish to correct the media clerical mistake here. In item number 3, you have mentioned statement made by a minister under Rules 55, wherein you have mentioned eviction of illegal immigrants at disturbed area belt. I think record will be wrong if we say like that. It will be a disputed area belt. It has to be disputed area belt. It cannot be a disturbed area belt. That will be a severe mistake if we don't correct that in our record. Well, the Honorable Deputy CM has chosen to reply in a comprehensive manner by taking up under Rules 55. I don't want to go a little more into detail. But, Speaker Sir, this is a very burning issue at the moment, and also very sensitive, because this started not only yesterday, not today, but long before, when the state of Nagaland was created. This boundary dispute with Assam is not a new topic for us. It's an old story. It dates back to the British, and after India becoming independence, and also Nagaland getting a statehood. If you see the 16-point negotiations, the clause 12 says that those Naga contiguous areas and also the forest, there was an option in the negotiations, in the clause, that all this should be amalgamated in the Naga homeland. However, it has not been done till date by the government of India and also the government of Assam. Instead of doing so, every now and then there is a violation. And the commitment given under 16-point agreement are also not being fulfilled, Speaker said. And this is also one reason why the present political negotiations, where our negotiators, our political Naga national workers are having a lot of apprehension on the sincerity of the government of India, when they cannot even fully execute what has been already agreed upon in the 16-point agreement, coming back from 9-point to 16-point agreement. And this is the consequences we are facing today. Well, before I go into the supplementary question, the 1965 agreement, this is an agreement reached between E.B. Chaliha, the Chief Minister of Assam, on the 28th August 1965, and P. Shiloao, Chief Minister Nagaland. Speaker Sir, you must give me time to read out. This is a very sensitive issue. I don't want to left it undebated. All this concern. Agreement reached between Chief Ministers of Assam and Nagaland on border incidents. I have supplied a copy to you as well as with Honorable CM and the two Deputy CMs. Dated 28/8/1965. As a result of the discussion I had with the Chief Minister of Assam at Dimapur on the 20th August 1965, Mr. Chaliha, Chief Minister of Assam, has given assurance to issue orders to stop the eviction operation. Mr. Speaker, sir, that is the bone of contention. The history repeats. At 1965, there was an eviction in the reserve forest, and now it is happening in the reserve forest again. Immediately, he has also given an assurance that no damage will be done to the standing crops and vegetables being grown in future. Clearing of reserve forest for the purpose of paddy cultivation in the border disputed areas should be stopped, and the people should be told that Naga people had already put up a claim in 1960 during the negotiations regarding the boundary settlement, and the matter is still in the hands of the central government. The next para may not be very relevant. So, since this boundary dispute is still left unresolved, the Assam government cannot swiftly claim that all the plain areas belong to the Assam and the entire hill areas belong to the Nagas. That is the interpretation they are putting forward. Now, that was 1965 agreement between B.B. Chaliha and P. Shiloao. In 1970, there was a communication when Hokshe was the chief minister, written a letter to Madam Indira Gandhi, 21st April 1970. I will only read out one para which will be relevant for this occasion. Being aware of these facts, the Naga delegation, which negotiated the 1916 New Delhi Agreement, refused to accept the 1925 disputed district boundaries as the boundary for a new state, and insisted on a proper boundary for Nagaland, which incorporated all the alienated areas. So the Assam government, Speaker sir, for your information, are still claiming that 1925 is the one and only boundary between Assam and Nagaland, whereas we said no, not today, but from 1960, when our leaders also were negotiating for the creation of this state. Since, however, Government of India considered it more expedient to reach an immediate settlement to meet the law and order situation, the Naga delegation was requested to accept as a first step the creation of the state of Nagaland, after which the relevant clauses of the constitution would come into operation to allow the Government of India to take steps for changes in the interstate boundaries. In this commitment, the Nagaland government and the Naga people have been pressing the Government of India to honor in the face of the Assam government, continually trying to assert without any basis that there is no boundary dispute and that matters were finally settled by publication of the State of Nagaland Act 1962. These are the history recorded already in black and white. Now, the Assam government cannot twist that this reserve forest belongs to them. Speaker sir, all this reserve forest belongs to us, but it was without our knowledge. During the partition, the British, half of our reserve forests were sent in the Assam map, and then half left with us. Then after the creation of the statehood, all these were left unresolved. My concern is, now, in the reply to my query, Honorable Deputy CM has stated that there are 8 villages in Boga district and 6 villages under Newland district have been affected during the course of the eviction. I have also asked whether Nagaland government was consulted while carrying out the eviction drive. Yes, the answer is yes. I'm happy with that, because when these are declared as disputed area, Government of Assam cannot take unilateral decision to evict the illegal immigrants. In fact, all these reserve forests, if we are to see the ground reality, it was Assam, the government of Assam, at one point of time, pushed all these illegal immigrants towards the Assam-Nagaland border to settle in this reserve forest. Now, they have also, in my area, I'm not very conversant with other districts like Mon, Longland, Mogokchung, Beren and Newland, but as far as my area is concerned, there are 2 townships, very big townships, which are also within the Ringma Reserve Forest, Oriamkat Township as well as Surbodar. They have settled in the reserve forest. Then, when our Naga villages establish, cultivate the land, they are accusing us that we are encroaching in the reserve forest. What is the justification? Where is the justification, Speaker sir? They have been doing, they have settled, they have even created a very big township. Instead, forget about villages. For us, we are still struggling to establish the villages. Now, my question to the Honorable Deputy CM, that in one of the press briefing given by the Assam Chief Minister, Dr. Himanta Biswa Sarma, after the cabinet meeting, he has told the press that Government of Assam, the cabinet have decided to issue Khan license. Khan license. Speaker sir, to the inhabitants of the remote, vulnerable and border areas. He has used these three words: remote, vulnerable and border areas. I wish to know from the Honorable Deputy CM in charge of Home and Border Affairs, what actually is the meaning of this? What do they mean by border? Which means, are they targeting the Assam-Nagaland border or elsewhere? Since Assam shares with long boundaries with a lot of states as well as Bangladesh. Now, also want an assurance from the Honorable Deputy CM in charge of Home and Border Affairs for establishment of permanent police outpost at Chichamben, and also that is under Rengma Reserve Forest, that is under Sector C, and also at Leo Longchum area, that is under Sector D. Immediately, we require 2 permanent police outposts because temporarily at the moment we have posted some NAP and IRB to take care of our villagers there, but anytime anything can happen. And on the part of Assam, not only sending Assam armed police figures, they have enough forest guard. We are struggling. Yesterday, we were debating about 100 plus recruitment of forest guard. They have in terms of thousands. They have battalion, forest battalion. So in the guise of eviction, all these forest guards are also with full arms. Their presence is being shown daily in the neighboring Naga villages. So I wish to, I want an assurance from Honorable Deputy CM that these 2 areas, these 2 sectors may be immediately given a permanent police outpost. And also there is an electricity problem. Since the villages in these evicted areas at the moment, the power supply is being taken from Assam. After this eviction trial, they have already removed from the villages. And therefore, if the government can also assure me that those will be restored. I also have a question to the Honorable Leader of the House, Honorable Chief Minister, that there is a cabinet decision, Honorable Speaker sir, sometime in 2010, approval of the cabinet for creation and deployment of village guards along Assam-Nagaland border. Speaker sir, it's a long due. See, the government cannot keep deploying the Nagaland armed police as well as the other forces. If this can be implemented, that since cabinet has taken a decision already for the creation of village guard in these border areas, and I have been also informed that sometime in 2021, our Senden has also submitted a very strong representation after this passing of this resolution by the cabinet. No action has been taken at the moment. So therefore, I also wish to invoke the good conscience of our Honorable Leader of the House, the Honorable Chief Minister, to kindly highlight what has taken place so far, and if this can be immediately taken up in recruiting village guards so that it will ease down a lot of tension, those who are settling there, and also we will save a lot of resources sending our forces every now and then for patrolling. I think we need a permanent structure here to safeguard our people. Speaker sir, last point. These areas are very important. These are all oil-filled area. These are all natural resources area, and therefore Assam government is interested to take over all this land after eviction. Yes, we have cooperated on the eviction part because it is about evicting the illegal immigrants. Yes, we will continue to cooperate. But as far as the land issue is concerned, it has to be settled properly and through historical records. Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. Supplementary questions on armed license. There have been some reports received from media sources stating that Assam government is going to issue armed license to the people living in vulnerable area of Assam, especially in remote border areas. Again, on this matter, further updates have been received in the same media sources, further clarifying that the state government of Assam armed license policy will not be applicable along the interstate border with Arunachal Pradesh, Meghalaya, Mizoram, and Nagaland. The matter thus should not create apprehension in the minds of anyone. In case there are some further developments in this issue having bearing on our interstate border areas, we will certainly look into it and, if needed, take up with Assam government along with other appropriate action. Speaker sir, for seeking assurance for setting up of police outposts in few locations, As of now, since it is under GAP area and we have to maintain the status quo, but wherever in the border area, police outposts are required, not only in Wokha district, New Land, but wherever it is required, either in Beren, Dimapur, New Land, Wokha, Long Land, Mokokchung, Moon. Wherever it is required, we will examine the same and take appropriate action on this. Thank you, sir.
Member is satisfied with the reply.
That is okay, but I also raised about the village card matter. I wish if that also can be highlighted.
Speaker, sir, for this village card, I think our honorable member who is seeking this clarification is from our leader of the House. I think.
Yes.
Honorable Speaker, kindly let me supplement for 1 minute, since this pertains to my district as well. But you see, the entire Dimapur district, most of it, and 100% Union district, if you see in the Google mapping, GIS mapping, most part of Dimapur still shows under Assam. And Newland district, 100% it shows Assam in the GIS mapping. So this has to be corrected. Which department is responsible, I'm not aware, but this is terribly wrong. Jungigiri Ma, more than 50% it shows Assam state. I think we cannot be very ignorant like this and continue. They are claiming till the hills. Patkai Hill is their claim, original claim. So this is what I wanted to also supplement. I don't need a reply, but I wanted to share in the House. Secondly, I have just noticed, because my constituency borders with Assam, I have seen Assam Forest Guard dressed in Assam police uniform. The hoarding is written Forest, Assam Forest Unit. So they are using the Assam Forest Police. So in this, our case as well, perhaps we can also use the nomenclature of Nagaland Forest Police Department, so that there is no push and pull over this issue, because I know that things may turn up, because once they expect us to withdraw also once this eviction drive is completed. But you see, as per the agreement 1972, we have withdrawn, they have not withdrawn. We can keep our forest police. At the same time, our state police can also augment in terms of maneuvering the border areas. So this is what I want to share. Thank you.
What our honorable member have mentioned, I'm going to give in my statement. Everything is there in my statement. In regard to village guard, the Nagaland Village Guard organization as of now comes under the purview of Ministry of Home Affairs. GOI and the organization have been raised in those villages of the district of Nagaland bordering Myanmar and for specific purposes. As suggested, to raise the village guards in other areas of the state for taking up the other kinds of duties as mentioned by Honorable MLA. The matter requires further detailed deliberation and examination at various levels. Thank you.
The supplementary question raised about the VGs, as Home Minister had stated, the village guards, VGs, is under the management of Eviction, and this sanction as 90 to 10, and therefore, though Cabinet had taken a decision on 26 June 2013 that VG forces should be increased in the borders. And this was taken up, but the MHA objected because VGs are also means only for the international borders, not interstate. And that's how this cabinet decision, it is under discussion to review in what manner we can address the interstate border and how to protect. And as mentioned by the questioner of Chumbemo, Honorable MLA, setting up 2 police stations, I think that government is already in a process, and necessary support in all those police stations will be required wherever it is necessary for the protection of the people. Another supplementary question raised by Minister Jacob, it is his constituency and he is concerned about his people. In earlier cabinet meeting also, I raised this issue because we don't agree to 1925 map, though our state has that map, Nagaland map, but our occupation is beyond that. And that 1925 map is not in consultation with the people of the Naga Hills. And therefore, it has to be reviewed, but because of the government declaring some area as disputed area, we are in discussion, it is in Supreme Court, and we want to settle amicably outside the court. Meanwhile, we cannot continue to use that 1925 map. And Cabinet had taken a decision that wherever Naga permanent villages are there and recognized, we should make a marking, let 1925 map be as it is, but wherever our people have settled and recognized, that marking should be there, so that there is some clarity. Otherwise, it is it's a failure on our part. I remembered, I was youth president, Nagaland youth president in UDF, and in 1977, when UDF won and took over the government, led by Mr. Vizol, the government organized all the youths from all over Nagaland and came in below Patkai College. And then the youth force, we had manually, there was no machinery, so manually we dug the road, made the road, the Patkai road to Newland, dividing the different groups and different districts. And we had built, at that time also, Assam police complained verbally, but our youth force were there and we have made the road and we celebrated and pardoned. So we have a long history, and as mentioned, our ancestral land and the British map of Naga Hills are very clear. Even one time, Nagaban, that marking was also there. But because of our own political issues, we could not give our time and resources to occupy or to claim. So it is a collective failures, subsequent governments, but I hope that since the Assam government and the Chief Minister is cooperating with us, we feel that outside the court, both sides, the indigenous people coming together, and we can resolve the issue. This is our mind. So thank you very much for the time.
Being replaced by cross-border movement. But as per the answer, it still remains the same. However, I have two supplementary questions. What are the entry and exit points in Nagaland? And how much entry and exit points do we have in Nagaland? There is supplementary one. Two are after.
Speaker, sir, this star question raised by Honorable MLA. These have been replied, verified on 2nd August 2025. And this is already clarified by our Honorable Leader of the House and myself. So hence further discussion may not be required on this issue because it is already clarified, sir.
Are they in Nagaland? Exit points. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. How much?
Speaker, sir, we have 9 exit points.
Number 2 supplementary question is to enter the state of Nagaland, what are the required documents? How much documents you want? Or do you need one document only? That's my second supplementary question. While he's thinking about the answer, I want to come to one point of contention. Appendix 1. Please go to Appendix 1. See, those persons who are issuing the pass, Mr. Speaker says they are never serious at all. The headline says, border pass to be issued to Myanmar nationals of border areas aged 18 years and above for entry to India. This is the pass. Above 18 years. And these are for Myanmar nationals to enter India. But here the pass they have been issuing is to one person. The name is very difficult to pronounce also. DFSFSDF. This I don't know how do you pronounce it also. That's the name. Gender, he is a male. His date of birth is 1st 12/2024. His date of birth is 1st 12/2024. He has not reached the age of 18 years or so. Then pass was issued on 18/12/2024. That means he is 17 years old only. This is not a mistake of the Home Department, of course. This is the mistake of those persons who are issuing the pass, border pass. So it seems he is 17 years old. How did he get the pass, number 1? Number 2, his occupation. Occupation is business. 17-year-old child is doing business. And his citizenship is, he is an Indian again. And how did he get the Myanmar pass to enter India again? This is one. Number 2, you see, next page also, Appendix 2, Ajay Kumar, all Indians. Appendix 3 also again, Ansis Mohala, an Indian. Then Bansara. They are all short. They show that they are social workers, some business. And what is it? I thought these passes were those people, Naga people, who are in the border to come to one another. But it seems these passes are being issued to only the Indians. What these people are doing? That's my point of contention. I don't have supplementary question. But those persons who are issuing this pass should be very careful. You think they're not serious at all. This is what I wanted to say.
Issuing by authorized representatives of Assam Rifle based on the following documents. Proof of identity certificate issued by SHO of local police station equivalent rank in Myanmar police. Passport of individuals provided that the address on the passport mentioned the name of village which falls under the border areas within 10 kilometers on either side of the IMP. The border pass will be issued only to one adult person aged 18 or above. Persons below the age of 18 are to be accompanied by their parents. Detail of maximum 3 children can be captured in a single border pass belonging to either parents, fathers, mother. For entry on more than 3 children at a time, supplementary border passes will be issued with a parent's border pass. So this is the border pass is issued by Assam Rifle as per the notification of MHA, and we have deployed along with them our state police, 2 police as per the guideline. 2 police personnel are with them and medical teams are also with them.